Boys and girls, ladles and jelly spoons, ladies, gentlemen, or others who do not appreciate such gender icon labels. I don't even know what that introduction was about. Hello everyone, Marshall here, bringing you a 2 versus 2. What did I say appreciate? I meant to say subscribe. 2 versus 2 on Emptopia. This map here, as you can see, it's even got a wonderful bit of civilization ruin temple thing for you there. 2 versus 2 on the north in blue, we have Flubb and AndreasG. Going bots first in each case, air second in each case, going very heavy air from one of these players, and heavier bots and air on the other. So we're seeing a lot of airplay from blue here, and based on the locations of the metal, airfabs are possible. I still wouldn't necessarily recommend airfabs too much because, of course, the radius of this planet isn't massive, so it wouldn't be too hard for hummingbirds to lock down those airfabs, especially considering that the mechs is very localized. Bot raiding is of course going to be a thing. Moving down into orange though, River and Neon taking on Flubb and AndreasG there. Also bots, air. Let's have a look at what they're following that up with. Air, bots, and a vehicle transition from this orange player here. So we'll probably see the T2 vehicles en route there. Combat fabs reclaiming the com. Quite why is beyond me when you have all of this lovely trico all around your com. So this replay was sent in to me. Don't forget, folks, that you can send in replays, and I will consider them for YouTubeification. But, looking around, we've got a scout out here, a Firefly from River and Neon. Just being able to see a little bit of this expansion here, and he sees an expanding fabber. Has he got anything to really deal with it? Not really. But the fact remains that he can see this stuff, and therefore they know that these expansions are going to be a thing. Ping from Blue saying, "Oi, what are these, Icarus? I'm sending these to a safe location." Of course, there's no such thing as a safe location in PA. Fabric expansions, of course, as you would imagine. Still lots of air factories from both teams, so both realise the importance of the air game in this one. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 going up shortly, the 4th and the 5th. Starting soon. More pings coming off. I didn't see where those were. Orange down here saying, yeah, I think I just managed to save a few fabs. Are we going to use Icarus to pick off some expansions? Except the Icarus are going to run straight into hummingbirds. That was a waste of 2 Icarus. We have got a fab getting some naval expansion there, though. Did he get spotted? I think he might have just been spotted. Yep, so they know that the naval is a thing. Blue team chasing this bomber around. Bring back the hummingbirds. We need to save this bumblebee. Of course. Oh no! Is it going to survive? It's not. Nice attempt, regardless. Still, Fireflies can see these expansions, and the docks moving in here will be able to gradually chip away at this fabricator, though of course they are in the thick of the forest, thick of the jungle. Of course, most of their shots do get absorbed by trees, do these docks. Starting forest fires, that's going to be an interesting tactic here, actually. Get rid of all this trico before that can be reclaimed. See what you can do with that, Orange. Yes. Start the fires. For they were always burning. Since the world's been turning, this one's been turning a while. Have we got the T2 started from the vehicles yet? No, the vehicle factory is only just going up. Lobstrats as well from the orange team, so we're wanting lots and lots of docks there. They will be sending those around to harass all of the outsider mechs, as you would expect. Pings from the blue up north. Saying, I'm going to move my commander. Is he going to send that commander to get the naval? It looks as though that is his plan. He can then move the commander down to the middle 6 mechs there, just to hold back Orange's naval advance for as long as possible. Of course, bringing out a naval fab to get T2 naval and this expansion is going to be wise. Bomber coming in, will pick up the fab. Oh, never mind, he ignores it, skirts around, doesn't like it. Again. What is this bomber doing? There we go. Just about got it. Orange pinging, I think. Realising, yeah, we are falling behind on the air game. And T2 bots. There was me thinking T2 vehicles was going to be a thing. No, it's bots. Slammers, of course, can go through the water. Locusts will be good at harassing the expansions. But air is definitely a thing Orange need to catch up on here. Blue floating their economy so they can go for double T2 factories. What? Okay, so double bot advanced. Advanced bot seems to be the favoured on this map based on choke points and what have you. Certainly seems to be a thing. The army tab says that Orange have the advantage there, so perhaps the air is pretty much all that Blue have at this stage, losing all of their hummingbirds just to pick off some bumblebees. How many factories? We need a recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Orange. So favourable trades from Orange there. Blue running away, seeing all of these docks meandering towards the base and the expansions. It's going to be good play from Orange here to just pick off all of this metal. And Blue's bots are favouring this side down here. Possibly to push combined with the comm maybe. But definitely getting into the Navy is a good thing to do. Sending out those Barracudas to deal with enemy Barracudas and the Navals as well will be good. Expansions around the side, of course. Don't forget that there is all of this metal in these clusters that if you can lock them down will really pay for themselves over time. And so making a play for them beyond the first few minutes of the game is always wise. Always, always wise. Especially if you can keep those mechs alive and or turn those bases into proxy bases or staging posts. It's up to you. Lots and lots of air fabs. Go kill them, Orange. Blue pinging saying get those away. Get them to safety. Quite why all the hummingbirds are here with the bombers is beyond me, but that's a large air force from Blue beginning to formulate here. Scouting from Orange, we'll see the comm. Won't want to send any more planes over there. More air fabs getting picked off. Now this is the thing, really interesting strats from Blue, sending those air fabs out. It's risky, but it seems as though Blue's expansion is paying dividends for them there. The air fabs survive, the docks can't really do a huge amount against it. And the mechs is going up, and that's what counts here. As long as Blue can keep up with their power and factory production, then this strat should work wonderfully, providing they can keep their airfabs alive. Which is proving difficult, as it always will. Look at this Orange docks nonsense here. They're just sort of wandering around, picking things off. Doing goodness knows what, I have no idea. Even got a T2 fab then. Will that T2 fab get killed by those docks? If it does, oh my word, that's a good pick there. And more fabs going down as well. So T2 fab dies to a docks raid. That was a rather haphazard docks raid at that. That is a very, very good news for Orange. Just holds back the eco production from Blue, as now they have to wait until they get another fab out before they can continue up with their T2 mechs and power. I like this move from Orange though, sending in docks to every little mountain pass as it were, although now there are slammers on the map. It's going to be harder for those docks to really come into their own, and you kind of need slammers to answer it. More air factories going up from Orange though. Orange vehicle factories there too. There you go, the T2 vehicles. The levelers will be able to have that maintained push, but the slammers will definitely have the mobility advantage over that, and especially locusts. That is something that both teams now need to be wary of, considering I believe they both know that advanced bots are the others favoured. Orange hightailing it out. They want to... Wow, regrouping with the rest of the air. Interesting trade here going on. More bumblebees go down for Orange, and Blue coming out wonderfully from that engagement. They will be happy with that. Flubb and Andreas patrolling, getting a little bit of scouting as well, having won the air game. Sees an advanced vehicle fab. Maybe grouping these docks off to maybe try a snipe for it. Ping's coming off. Orange sees this threat. Blue sees the naval as well. No T2 naval yet though. But still, the economy game is in Blue's quarter with regards to the metal. Expansion has paid off, and they could be doing a little bit better raiding, I feel, at this stage, rather than standing your slammers sentry, which is one way to do it. You can, of course, go and just send them here, there, and everywhere. Following the line with those docks. Managed to kill off the mechs down there. T2 Air. Again, we see T2 Air rearing its head. Haha. I like that. Phoenix will maintain the air superiority, and the Kestrels will do the raiding. Really, really nice choices there from Blue. Moving their commander out with a Barracuda entourage. Should be able to knock back all of this from Orange. Torpedo launcher will do damage to the comm, however, as will these Barracudas. This commander needs to be careful that he doesn't take too much damage here, but the Barracuda entourage should keep him safe. Pings from Orange saying, yep, there's a comm here. Can the Narwhals shoot at him? It doesn't look as though they can. So that'll knock back those 6 mechs for the blue team. Further damaging Orange's eco there as they enter big fat red numbers. T2 is almost finished, no scouting there on that. Orange do see the advanced bots, of course, and Blue have only seen advanced vehicles, actually. I think they've probably seen slammers now. At least there will be in the middle, so previously they'd only thought that vehicles were a thing. Now they'll see that bots are too. And of course, having a more diverse unit composition is always favoured, especially on curious maps. You might not necessarily know your footing. I mean, these slammers are doing very, very good at raiding, but the thing is they're getting picked off by bombers before they can really pay for themselves, and that'll allow blue slammers to push in and maybe pay for themselves a little bit better in a better trade. So I do feel as though locust raiding is going to be a way forward here. I cannot wait for the locusts. Personally, I'd be surprised that they weren't used. I mean, yes, slammers pack a punch, but locusts can just weasel their way in to an unprotected base, and where was that? Over there, seeing if... Are they reclaiming a bomber? Airfab's reclaiming a bumblebee. Why? That's one way to deal with them. Oh, but more airfabs go down, 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 though, and more scouting on the expansions is good for Orange, so they'll know quite where the expansions are. Blue now blockading the Naval from Orange, have completely fought back the pond, and might now even feel as though it's time to move to T2 Naval. Kaijus will be very, very good indeed here to add in a bit more pressure, but the air is so dangerous now, and Orange will be vaporized, gobbled up, and decimated. I think decimated is perhaps the wrong word, as that implies some being left behind from the engagement, but there was none. So we have a T2 airfab, of all things, coming out first. I wonder why that is, but more air factories coming up, and even more queued up. Lots of T2 bots as well. So they're definitely moving into the, yeah, it's time to push mindset for the blue team there. Moving into a few more vehicle factories now for Orange, but there's a few slammers moving in here. This commander needs to be on point with an Uber cannon to defend. He should come out with but a scratch. It does bug me that replays don't have notifications for pings. These slammers don't want to go out too far. They want to trade as well as possible, as efficiently as possible, especially with those skitters sat there. We've even got pelters to defend. Curious. Here they go. Sending in the slammers first. Quite what that move command was for blue, I don't know. It didn't really pay off for them. Now we've got the Phoenix coming out though, which is good. And the air is just instantly reformed by orange. Of course, blue preempting this perhaps with the T2 air, hence the Phoenix, and we've even got the Kestrels moving in now as well to whittle down, chipping away at the armour of the levelers as they encroach. In comes the air though for orange. They realise they're perhaps in a chance of success here in this trade. Here we go! Will they get this? They should do. And blue gobbled up in the process, giving their levelers a little bit of an opportunity here to move in, do a little bit of raiding. Of course, there's the T2 naval factory as predicted. More vehicles. Shellers and perhaps storms inbound, perhaps. Lots more T2 bots. I'm really, really surprised we haven't seen Locust. There's so much of this map that is empty to just run those locusts through, so... getting chased down a little bit. Oh my goodness. It's continuing to turn tails and come in there. Those docks locking down those levelers quite nicely though. Nice in, close and personal, and of course the leveler turret speed, now that the docks are in, is absolutely hampering their defensive efforts here. Look at that. They have no idea what they're doing anymore. And down they go. Perhaps even unit cannon strats. That's the sort of thing I would do in this sort of situation. Yeah, everyone's so focused on the ground force, but let's tot up a few fabs. Bring a unit cannon together. Rain down some slammers. Blue have the economy for it. Of course, that's martial strats, and no one really engages martial strats because they're martial strats. By very nature of being martial strats. Right. If that wasn't circular logic, I don't know what is. These slammers, though, posing a little bit of a threat. What have we got to defend? We've got a couple of levelers scrambling to get to the point. And a few slammers, too. Quite what is going on with this patrol command, I don't know. It's just giving the bombers time. Patrolling slammers are a lot easier to hit than patrolling docks. In comes the escort now, though. Orange ready. There's the locusts. We see them at liggity long last. But the air is nowhere to be seen with regards to supporting the base entry. But most of the slammers seem to have been picked off, so it's not too bad. Encroaching on a comm here. Will the Uber Cannon strike true? Uber Cannon, please. Nice. Very nice indeed. And more air factories continuing to pop out. The air game is very, very, very important. And both teams know it. Of course, it's a case of balancing that air game with everything else. Now up into 800 metal with a little bit of Trico for orange. Floating around 6 and a bit. 100. In come the locusts though. Will they find a hole? That's the question. They have to get the scouting in first to find a hole for the locusts. Otherwise the locusts will just run straight into army, and they don't want to do that. There's the air, there's the ping saying I'm ready with the locusts, or do you want to control them, or something like that. Send them over there maybe. Instead, no, they're sending them straight into tanks. They will lose those locusts and divert them straight into docks as well. That locust push was not very well coordinated there. Needed the air scouting first. Slammers coming in through the temple though. The docks force entourage. Will this turret defend? I don't think it will. The docks are just soaking up the shots there, and the fab is lost before it finishes that turret, which is pretty decent for blue. They should be able to lock down that expansion before the slammers are lost to the levelers. In comes the air again to support, but down goes the expo. We've got those locusts on the move yet. No, they're just grouping up a bit more. Still, the economies have turned a little bit now as blue is expanding their T2 eco across the planet. Orange falling back a little bit on the raiding and harassment side. They need to get out and do a little bit more of that if at all possible, though they are a little bit stuck on the defensive here. As let's have a look in the army tab there. The blues factory count. Surprising Blue's factory count is actually lower than that of orange. Lower indeed. Slammers though. Bombers desperately trying to do stuff. Will the air come into support or will they wait? Will they wait? It looks as though they should wait here. They really should wait. Unless those Phoenix are going to pull all of it together. But looking at it, I think they got a few good kills early on, but no, definitely too early going in there. Retreating, regrouping as well. Lots of bombers there for orange now. With of course more and more air factories, they realise there's more and more bombers that they can start to put in, providing they maintain the air control. Locusts on the move, and Kaijus and... wow! Typhoons, you never really see those anymore. Typhoons encroaching as well. Slammers continuing to raid. Now this is a really, really good play by Blue. Constant harassment. Orange have, as I say, fallen back on that a little bit going into this latter stages of the mid-game. Apologies for that helicopter. What can you do? He's dealing with it nicely. Comes the air though for Blue, revealing the hand. This force could actually deal a lot of damage if Orange cannot answer it. And scramble together some forces. Locusts ready though. We've got the Typhoons acting as scouts here with the Squalls. Let's have a look at what they can see. Squalls have very, very good vision to support these Locusts, actually. That's a really, really interesting tactic. They see the level of forces over there. They see not many docks. I think perhaps they're preoccupied on the defensive here, so what we're going to do is we're going to watch the Locusts here. In the picture-in-picture, the moment they start moving, we'll see that. The air trade's happening, though. Have Blue want it back again? My goodness me. So much going on here. I think Orange has just maintained their lead there, and that, with that twist and turn, secured it. And that's actually going to cause a lot of alarm for Blue, especially with this force of vehicles encroaching on the base. We've got Vanguard in there. They don't even need any storms because they have the air support. And there's naught but a few docks and a few air. The Slammers are on completely the wrong side here, so these vehicles will trudge through this base, levelling it to the ground. The name is nature. So perhaps Blue, focusing almost too much on raiding, never really managed to push in. And or when they do, like now, perhaps leaving it a little too late, and as a result you have this rather large force of vehicles encroaching on the home front. Oop, there we go. Locust desperately trying to see where they're supposed to come in from. You go one way, you've got T2 vehicles, you go the other way, you've got docks. It's like a vote between Trump and Clinton, really, isn't it? Why is that mirrored? It shouldn't be mirrored. There you go. Levelers breaking in on the base. Just have to keep watching that now, though. This is of much greater importance there. The Locusts can't do anything. The Slammers desperately trying to get there before too much damage is done to these air factories. If too many of these air factories fall, that will really be a good win for Orange in this, because that will really start the air game landslide, and Blue do not want that. They do not want that at all. I think here, with the factory count gap widening, that should be the concern, really. Those Locusts going around. That kind of looks like a... I don't know, someone's had a temper tantrum with a spray can or something, I don't know. But again, the air. Orange just maintaining their superiority fantastically. Blue, though, trying to bait over some narwhals. Doesn't seem to be working. Orange realising they are blockaded from the coast. They are savvy with their air, but in come the Locusts now, though. They will take down a few turrets here. They will find a comm. if they have the little assisted scouting. In comes the air again. Over to go and deal with those locusts. But back they go, just poking. Being annoying. As annoying as possible to orange. But of course this is a 2 versus 2. Attention can be divided here. More levelers are encroaching the base now though. The T2 air factory is there. If they can knock that down, it will be very good for them. Surprised they're not picking away at it with them being there. What they're doing here, of course, is giving orange a chance to get their forces into an area patrol on the other side of the map. Orange, come on! This is like... blue, sorry. There's like orange forces in your front garden. In your back garden, just to that end, but still. Ooh, that commander's weakened. Was he reclaimed all that way down? I think it must have been. Locusts though, come on, I want to see some chewing. In comes blue now though, the T2 air factory is down, and with too many factories lost on this push, that will spell the GG. As of course that will push down the snowball, having it been stuck for a little while. Oh my! Well, there's the locust push. That's what I'm talking about. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom. So the base trade is real. Although I think, actually, blue might have come off on it a little bit better. But let's have a look in the army tab, though. Orange still maintain that army superiority. And most of blues are slammers now. And they never factored into T2 vehicles. The commander here, in range of a couple of leveler shots. Will they focus him down? They will not. But... what about the next push? That's the important one. So those locusts did very, very well. Down goes a lot of the air. A lot of the air factories. But there's just so many other ones. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Air factory. Promenade, I suppose, is the right word for it at this point. More going down for blue as well, so orange I feel definitely pulling away here. They still have their factory superiority, and in the economy tab there they have the economy advantage. They've managed to pull that back. Blue getting cornered. I think perhaps they invested a little too much in the navy without doing much with it. In come the kaijus now though. Do they have the air support? They need it desperately. Will the kaijus raise this base? That is the question. Have blue even seen that this commander's over here relatively unprotected? Ping saying, yep, there's kaijus. We've got to deal with this. Keep them out the range of the levelers. Look at those kaijus broadsiding. There's the range of the leviathans as well. This blockade is really, really effective, but again, it almost feels like perhaps a wasted investment. And blue seemingly sending their air into unfavourable engagements, just getting whittled down and knocked back on their own game plan there. Levelers again ready to encroach. Perhaps the locusts should deal with that, although with the vanguard there, perhaps not. Air back in the base though for orange. That is a scary amount of air. The levelers continuing to push in. Will they have the support though? I don't think they will. So the moment they get in too far away from the coastline, will the bombers will rather converge, and the air game, look at those hummingbirds swarming majestically like puppies for their breakfast. And the kaijus are left out in the cold, of course. Blue have nothing to answer that with their air. One of their commanders still just about standing, but the base, a shell of its former self. The other commander still in the water there, but again, as we've now seen, the naval gambit hasn't paid off. The air game is too strong from orange, and blue have fallen too far behind in that respect, and they are doing nothing to recuperate those air losses. And it's now merely a case of orange cleaning up the damage. This commander here. Neglected. Down he will go when these levelers aggro on him. Surely. The slammers. Orange, come on, push! Do something! Goodness me. Locusts, though, can tell. Another push in. How much damage will they do here, actually? If they skirt around that army, which they don't. Oh well. So much for getting excited. This comm will go down, though. No doubt about it. Or will it be surrender? Slammers, though, retaking the temple. Nice, nice, nice. Can't argue with retaking the temple. Again, the air will be able to support, though, and against the kaijus especially. More bombers could be built here by orange now. I think they must realise that they've won this air game, but blue, again trying, but it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Just don't. Just go back, build T2 air or something, I don't know. Look at orange, they're just brushing them off like some dust on a shoulder. So, that's nothing. Don't worry about that. Kaijus won't do anything against the levelers there, they're too close. And the rest of the blue base falling. Oh, the GGs must be near now. Must be. That air game is so integral. Especially in 2v2s. The kaijus evaporating. Where are the locusts going to go this time, eh? Got some kaijus pushing in here, doing a little bit of damage. Orange pinging, saying that there's kaijus and possibly locusts over there too. How is... Okay, the reason blue hasn't G'd here is because they must realise there's still a chance. What chance? Let's have a look. Kaijus can dig away. It's possible. Locusts can dig away. That's also possible. But the thing is, the slammers are not getting anywhere near as good a hits as they need to from the blue team there. And so... you really need to sort that out. Nom nom nom, though. Nom 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 nom. Can they hit these air factories, though? If they hit these air factories, that might bring them back in with a chance of dealing with the air game. Oh my word. Here we go. Here's the air factory, lost thou. Oh my goodness. Come on, more air factories. Nom nom nom. Don't go to the comm. Don't go to the comm. Don't go to the comm or the boombots. No! The air factories. Kill the air. Kill the air. My word. That's actually brought back the air game to within Blue's grasp, providing they restock up on air factories that they are doing. Can they win the air game back? That is the question. Not with this engagement. Although, maybe with this engagement. I mean, Orange still have superior numbers massively, but still. Stranger things have happened. More locusts. Blue, not... Group your forces together, push them in. My goodness me. I mean, I understand that you're trying to maintain your expansions and box your opponent in, but there comes a point where you've got to kill their comm. I mean, come on, lads. Okay. Here's the question. Will blue commit to an exchange here? Doesn't look like it. Boombot's dealing with kaijus. Just about. Taking a good number of losses though. Where's that ping? Ping, 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 ping. Where was that? No idea.
User left your channel.
Goodbye, user. Oh, this air though. Look at that. Will it just about work? Thinning for both sides here actually, noticeably so. Orange's air is not looking too good. Can blue push this back, really? With a half-dead comm and a skeleton base, they might just about manage it, you know. The kaijus are getting dangerously close and the boombots getting taken out before they can do any damage to the kaijus. Panic bombers are a thing. The air game is traded such that blue have it back again. Oh my word. Have blue pulled this game back again? What a back and forth game this has been. Those latent kaijus. It's like I said, they just needed to actually use the naval advantage that they had and push with it, and they have. And they have completely wiped Orange out of their original base. This is fantastic for them. And there's actually a weakened comm within range of the kaijus that will go down here without a shadow of a doubt. He's getting focused down by these kaijus. They've aggroed onto him big time. Getting behind factories and wreckage to give him a bit of time to run away, but that's not going to save him here. Orange missed their opportunity big time by not dealing with blue. Oh my goodness me. And down they go. What a game. What a game. The locusts, with their initial nom-nomming, their initial chewing into that base, really did a number. And then it was a case of blue biding their time with the air, which was what they needed to do. Recoup their air losses. Look over here as they built more and more air factories back up. Did Orange see this? No, they didn't. So they had no idea that blue was really coming back into the air game. Orange was just kind of blockaded there and was like, okay, that's a T2 naval base. Let's not go there. But you need the intel. They would have seen all of this air. They would have been able to realise the latent, dormant danger that was blue's air game. But in the end, it wasn't even the air game that won it, because Orange just didn't have anything on the ground, really, to deal with these kaijus. They lost their T2 vehicles and never really replenished them. Left the base exposed, and the kaijus just kind of, over time, chipped away at it. And the bombers weren't doing enough damage, and there weren't enough bombers anyway. What a game. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, folks. Do let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Like it if you liked it. And let me know what else you might like to see. I started considering streaming FAF as well. So that is a thing if you want to go and follow my Twitch. I'm trying to learn Forged Alliance. We'll see quite whether that will be successful later on. But anyway, I've been Marshall, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.